There's a package called Ollama. So um, with Ollama, we can just bypass the whole doing the request package post and all that good stuff, right? So we can just go straight to Ollama chat and then pass in the model and pass in the message, and then we'll get the same thing. We have Reese in the building. Shout out to you, Reese. How are you doing? So happy to have you here. Says, let me see. I'm late, but what could you use Ollama with? So a quick breakdown on Ollama is that it is like having a I can't really put a number on it, but it's like having a very, very, very small version of your own Chat GPT or Claude or Gemini on your local machine, right? So it's like having your own large language model on your local machine. There's different models. I'm using the 3.2 model, but they have 3.3, they have 3.1. You can there's so many different models you can choose from. But the use for it is, let's say you have a business that you can't use. Let's say it's like, there's security reasons that you can't use ChatGPT, OpenAI, Claude, Gemini, whatever else, right? So you can build your own model to run locally on your own servers within your company, and you can use AI that way. All right. So that is something that you could use it for. Another use, because there was this organization who does like laptops for, it's like they call it what do you call it? Something in a box. Internet in a box, I think they call it, right? And they pretty much have one laptop that is a server, and it has and a bunch of other laptops can connect to that server, and they can use like that server, so kids can learn all this other stuff. So you could also install Ollama on that machine, because it's for places like, third world countries that don't have internet access and stuff like that, so that they can still get the information. So you can actually run Ollama on that server as well. And now these laptops can also end up using their own version of a ChatGPT like, right? So there's like many different uses for it. And your car says role playing, code assistant, data extraction, and local communication with documents. Exact 100%. Great stuff. All right. Let me see. All right. Let's continue. Let's see. All right. So if it says alternative approach using OpenAI Python library to connect to Ollama. Interesting. So you can use OpenAI, Ollama via OpenAI, and then you say, all right, OpenAI, the base URL is the local. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. I did not know. So you learn something new every single day. All right, let me go ahead and let's do this. Right, we're gonna try using the Ollama package. Let's go and do enter, and let's see. There we go. And I want to change the stream to be. I wanted to try this, right? Let's change this to be true, because I just like to try different things out. So let me see. I wonder if there's a place to put stream in here, but I don't see that yet. But let's go to here. Did not see it stream. I didn't see it stream. Let me try something else. Let's see. Who won NBA MVP in 1997? Let's see what we get for that one. All right, let's pass that, and pass that. Well, that's not nice. Let me see. Why'd that fail? Let me see. print response. Change it back to false. Let's go here again, here again, here again. We don't need that. So when I set it to true, it didn't do it. But when I set it to true, it didn't work. When I set it to false, it did work. So that's interesting. Anyways, whatever. Let's go to. All right. So if we do the same thing over here, using the Ollama, and there goes Michael Jordan won the NBA MVP award in 1997. Nice. I wonder. Let's see if it has it. Who won it in? Let's see how recent it goes. Let's see who won it in 2020. Or 20 would it be 2024? Let's try that again. I don't have information on the 2024 season award, as my knowledge cutoff date is 2023. All right, I'll change to 2023. Let's see what they have in 2023. Maybe the 3.3 version has 2024 information. Let's do that. I'm not aware of. Okay, well, whatever. So that is a difference. Between using Ollama and using OpenAI. Because if we use OpenAI, I'm pretty sure it'd give us the answer for that. All right, so let's continue. So we have this running with OpenAI. We can try this one as well. Let's go. So this one is using OpenAI's library to connect to Ollama, and let's see what happens with that. And same thing. Cool. Awesome. Give us a different response, but it still worked. All right. So now the project for day 2 of the class is to take code from day 1 and incorporate it here to build a web page summarizer using Llama 3.2 running locally instead of OpenAI. Use either of the approaches above. Right. So basically, what I'm going to do today, I am going to only write out what we need to do, and then starting on Wednesday, we'll actually start to implement the code, because I want to map out the steps that we're going to be taking, so that I can visualize every single code block that we're going to have to go through. Right. So what I'm going to do though, I'm going to do something a little crazy. I'm going to write it backwards. Okay. So, and by backwards, I don't mean I'm going to write like type backwards. I'm going to start from the end and work my way to the beginning. Okay. So our final result is that we want to have, so expectation. Let's do this, right? So let's do project goals. Ollama is being passed a web page URL, and it returns a summary of that URL, right? Of that page. All right. So expectation is summary of past URL is provided, right? So that's going to be our last thing. So in order to get that summary, I need to pass in the URL of the page I need a summary of as a. That's cool. I need a summary of, right? So then I need to say I need a function that will take the URL and pass it to the Ollama Python function, right? Python code, something like that, right? So within here, I need to say, all right, what do we need to do? So I need to set the system context, right? I need to set the user context. What else do I need to do? Create the, let me see, let's say, set the system context, set the user context, make the request to Ollama to summarize the web page. Print out the response from Ollama. And it needs to be in Markdown code. Let me see. What else do we need to do? So we have that. Anything else? Let's see. I think that's about it. Oh, we need to use beautiful soup. All right. So in order to, all right. So before we can even, so before all of that, right? So we also need to be able to take in the web page, right? So, so we need to say, get the content of the web page. And in order to do that, we need to do import beautiful soup. So, all right, we need to use beautiful soup to parse the HTML content. And we need to strip out navigational information. We need to say add relevant page content into a or store relevant page content into a variable. Store relevant page content to a variable. And we will say, got that. I think that's about everything. Let me think. Let me take a look at day one to see if we're missing anything for this. All right. So we have that. We have, all right, taking the user prompt, system prompt. It's real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B. And we are gonna wrap it up in just a second because I think we got most of everything. So we're going, all right, so we need to request to get the URL, pass in the headers. We're gonna need, all right, we're gonna need this as well, the header, which we can copy that. Yeah, add that. But that's about it though. So like we need to let's go to set the user agent. All right. So we have our, so pretty much what we're going to be doing on Wednesday is we're going to set our user agent, right? And then we're going to get the content of the web page using the request library, using Beautiful Soup. We're going to strip out navigational information from our, not here actually, it's going to be inside of, it's not going to be here. It's going to be, so this has to be it. So store page content. And in here in the system content, we're going to strip out navigational information. And then we're going to store the relevant content into a variable, right? So that we can pass that into the user context, pass the relevant page content into the user context, right? So passing in the URL over here, and here we should get the summary. And then print out the response, yada yada yada. Which would be done over here. All right. So that's pretty much what that's our project for this coming Wednesday. We're gonna see how far we can get to it on Wednesday. If we don't finish it on Wednesday, we shall finish it on Monday, the following Monday, right? Because we are here to learn. We're not in a sprint. We're running a marathon where we are here to learn about large language models. Let me go back to full screen, and we're gonna wrap it up for today.
Scrolling through my phone, I can't find a spark. Each day feels like a bug in a broken arc. But my lines of code know me better than they do. In love with these scripts, they hold me true. Conversations fizzle, hearts feel like a chore. Bad dates come and go, but the code's always there. Lines of love in the night, pulling me from despair. These fleeting connections can't break through the strain. I'm lost in these programs, I'm coding my pain. Dining on hopes, but the vibe feels so wrong. Wondering if I can fix what's taking too long. But while dinner gets cold, my thoughts start to race. I'd rather be debugging in my own safe space. Is it me or the code that keeps me awake? Bad days come and go, but the code's always there. Lines of love in the night, pulling me from despair. These fleeting connections can't break through the strain. I'm lost in these programs, I'm coding my pain. Okay. Dining on hopes, but the vibe feels so wrong. Wondering if I can fix what's taking too long. But while dinner gets cold, my thoughts start to race. I'd rather be debugging in my own safe space. Is it me or the code that keeps me awake? Awake, awake. Bad dates come and go, but the code's always there. Lines of love in the night, pulling me from despair. These fleeting connections can't break through the strain. I'm lost in these programs, I'm coding my pain. So I lay down my